Hello and welcome back to Culture Foolishness Power Raising Kanan recap. This is episode 6. Had a little break because the show had a little break, so it's not our fault. We followed the show. Um, I am Creed of Exodus Studios and ArchitectsMars.com, and my co-host is
Coach Tamara Simone, your favorite life coach's favorite life coach. If you know, you know.
Show You Right. So let's get into it. We had a little hiatus,
Mm-hmm.
gave us some time to watch some other shows and live our lives a little.
And
Um,
also mourn Neek.
yes, man, they
We had to
played
mourn him.
us.
Man.
Damn. It's okay. Joey Badass gonna show up in another thing and be
And he better
awesome.
have all that drip too.
Oh, well, we'll see. I mean, if it's trying to have some range, it might make the nigga play a bum or something, but that'll definitely show some range because he is not that. So, first scene, Rock and Unique's BM
Baby mama. Pop
had
her ass up at the house all crazy and
I mean, I get it. Like it had been a
I get it
week.
because it had been a week, and he ain't came home. She ain't heard from him. Ain't nobody seen him.
Right. And that
So
ain't like
yeah,
him.
she all distraught and emotional, pulling up at the mistress or the side piece house with a
Hmm.
gun. That ain't what you do, boo. But
Not that particular one though. Like you might have been able to get away with it with some boo boo down the street, but not Rock, cause she was ready. She was just looking for her opportunity to
mm,
switch it up, and she already saw she ain't about that life.
she ain't
So
a killer.
nah,
And
I
it's not
think
even
she
like I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Like, no, you could
nah.
get pushed, you still ain't gonna
She
kill no damn
literally
body.
was like, next time take your gun off safety. That would help you if you wanna
You want to like
do things.
do
But
stuff.
so
Yes.
now, at that point, Rock is had become aware of Unique being missing, and then started
Mm-hmm.
asking, throughout the show, did her own investigation to find out what was what. But next part, unless you want to talk about more from this, um Fame
Lou.
and Uncle Lou basically putting confessions of crimes and recording it. But this trend continues throughout the show with Lou. So it doesn't, this is a great precursor to his foolishness. Not even foolishness. I mean, it's so hard because it's like, yes, it was wrong. He had to do what he did, but at the same time, it's like now you dragging a whole bunch of other people in with you with this. That's the whole point of you posting to keep your
that
mouth shut.
that and like in the last episode when him and Rock were talking, they had that dialogue. I mean, you may not like it, but she had valid points as it pertains to, like, yeah, it was some stuff that, what I'm saying, like I put you up to, but it was some stuff that, like, no, you did.
Yeah,
Like,
you can't
you
just act like you wasn't in that life and not enjoying benefits of that life and other stuff.
mm-hmm,
Because first 2 seasons for sure, it was moments where he was definitely enjoying his drug dealerhood. So he can't act like it's so innocent and she forced him to do everything. But before we get all deep off into the Lou stuff, think the next thing after Fame confessing his crimes on wax, basically, which I get, he, guilt ridden. Hopefully that stuff doesn't come out, but I just feel like all of this stuff is gonna end up being a precursor
mm-hmm.
to some bullshit later. But after that, Jukebox and her group, they had a show, they progress
Yes.
what's going on with them. That scene was actually kind of funny on some different levels.
Well,
Because the
Marvin
old
gonna bring the
Poppin'
comedy.
Marvin.
He gonna bring the comedy. But
Like,
yeah,
just being a dad.
he's
Like,
being a proud
this the
father,
one right here.
but you also got to know where you at. And you
Exactly.
have to and you have to know when,
Mm.
you know, timing is everything. You got to know it's a time and place for that, and that wasn't the time or the place.
Right. Not that
So
he ended up being too far off either,
right.
but it's just the context and the way. And luckily, they were good enough to where that didn't really deter the people who, you know, in that moment mattered as far as like them continuing what they were doing. It was just funny how the lady basically treated all of them in different ways too, including
Mm-hmm.
Jukebox. Jukebox treat wasn't as bad. It was more
It
so
was
like
like kind of like
step
the
up.
least intense. It was
Like step up or what, be
or
the
sit your ass
background
down.
motherfucker, or step up.
Right.
I don't know what to tell you. Now, Miss Entitlement over here, let me check your little ass right now. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and just probably from a dynamic standpoint, the lady, she's not unattractive. She's just 40 something year old black lady in the 90s. She pretty much on very much on brand for that time for sure. But I know a part of her is like, this little light skinned bitch, sit your ass down. Act like
Mm-hmm.
you run this shit already. If you don't, sit your ass
Not to
down.
mention, like, if she been in that business for a minute, she's seen 100 of them. Like, girl, you ain't as special as you think you are.
It's dime a dozen. And see,
Yep.
that's the, you know, it's fucked up. And it's kind of like, one opinion that I have, and it's probably just from a preference standpoint, but I feel like it's some general truth to it. Like you know, I've always been attracted more to dark skinned women. I love them, brown, melanin, we love that. But I think a big part is because I love my light skinned sisters, but it's fine light skinned girls falling out trees. There's a lot of y'all. Whereas like the super high aesthetic that I guess commercially would put the darker woman in the same breath as them, it's not as many that we get to see on a regular basis. Now, I'm not saying that they don't
Keyword
exist.
get to see. Yes.
Get to see. That's why I'm saying it the way I'm saying it. Plus, I know when I go to the motherland, it's about to be a fool. So that's a whole nother conversation. But back to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll save that for when episodes of Cultured Foolishness, not recaps,
Right.
drop.
It's
We'll
coming.
save
Coming.
that. It's coming.
It's coming.
Coming
Very
soon.
soon. Very soon.
Um
So the other girl, the
the girl next door is what they
yeah,
call her.
she's just not sure of herself, but
Yes.
she is. It's like she know her lane in a way. Like I
Yes.
feel like she know that I am the mid person. I'm cool
Mm-hmm.
with that. And that's
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like more people need to be able to fit into what the roles that they given, and they gonna have more success going forward. I mean, it's just like a sports team. Like everybody can't be the star. It's gonna have to be the clean up person, get the rebounds per, you know, and she's
Right.
trying to get some rebounds.
She is. And I'm not mad at her.
Hmm.
So, you know, that was an interesting scene for sure. I do want to jump to, I don't know if it was the very next scene, but I do want to jump to Kanan finding out because Famous finally confessed that, yeah, your mama the one who planted the gun.
Yeah, he pretty much like fuck him after that. Cause the problem is he literally said, do not let her in this house
Mm-hmm.
again.
Yep.
And not only did you do it, you let her plant some shit. You saw that. And like he said, she did give you some money and you took the shit. So,
And like really and truly had, even though he let her back in the house, had he told him off rip like, hey, it's a joint in your bag, then he would have been mad, but he'd have been like, okay, at least you looking at, but like you let him get a whole, you let him
because
get caught up in everything.
this the killer part. All he had to do was tell him. He could
Mm-hmm.
have lied and been like, I just looked in my bag and saw it before I got to school. He never had to get implicated back to Rock. So I get Kanan's anger fully.
Yes.
Like I fully get, I mean, in the moment, it definitely felt harsh,
And
but
intense.
and intense because Fame hit you with them puppy dog eyes and shit, you
He
know.
gonna do Fame gonna hit you. He gonna man, he gonna hit you with that. And then I was tripping because I'm like, did you put him out of his own crib?
He really did.
And he
That's
left too. And he
that
didn't come back.
and he didn't. He literally took his whole spot over, and yeah. And then he still had to stay at his mama's house. So this nigga got 2 cribs, and Fame don't got 1.
That's wild. Wild times they in. Wild times they're in.
Oh my god! And then what happened? Oh, and then they had to do the visit because
Yes.
the caseworker
Caseworker
came by and heard them just having a whole argument about what had just happened, what he had
said
just found
event.
out.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And luckily, he didn't snitch on her because
Yes.
he completely could have.
Correct.
It would have been well within his rights, and he would have been cool. But, you know,
But then nothing in him is gonna snitch. He just
right.
it's not nothing in him that's like, yeah, I'm a snitch, so I'm a just.
That I think is that, and the fact that you know deep down he still love her. It's just he pissed. And he has no reason not to be pissed. All the shit that she has put in motion, it's no way he could not feel the way he feel. So
For sure. For sure. Now,
mm-hmm.
moving on to crazy ass Ronnie.
Yes, we could go straight to Ronnie. We could also talk about Detective what's his name? Because Burke was the partner that got killed.
Yes.
What's his
Howard?
name? Howard, thank you. He trying to jockey to get a promotion and get up out of that department.
Yes.
So, which he should. It's hot. Your ass doing
yeah.
most.
Oh yeah, they low key got eyes on him,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he know it.
He know
it.
He ain't never been dumb. That's one
right.
thing. Since Jake Reed, baby, one thing about Omar Epps, he ain't been dumb.
You ain't no cop, Jay Reed. Anyway, I can't help but get to the gangster Steve Urkel. I have to.
I mean, that's where we at now. I mean,
so now this fool, like, he's so crazy that he just moves so reckless and don't care, but he does it so nonchalant,
right.
but not in the I don't care, like I don't give a fuck type of way, just in the if you dare question me, then I'll, slice your stomach open and then eat a bowl of Cheerios while you bleed out. Like he's so that. So to go back to the spot, Neek straight up missing slash dead. And know the baby mama is going crazy, and then this nigga just gonna go in there and take all his jewelry.
It's nothing. I mean, that was the plan anyway when he busted his head open because he needed some money to get started, and also it was a dual purpose. It's like this is valuable, but this is also showing you this motherfucker is him. He ain't gonna not wear this shit. So if he don't got it and I'm giving it to you, that means he dead. And I did what the fuck I said I was gonna do, even though I'm trash because that was my brother. But that's a whole nother conversation.
and just even going back to that initial scene, the baby mama's so in denial because she just like, no, he would never do that because back when they was younger, he would protect him with his life. But it's like, is that the same fool from back then? Because this fool is a psychopath. The only thing that makes him happy is heroin and Cheerios.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And an
Separately.
occasional pizza.
Yes. Yes.
That's it. Three things.
I wouldn't even say occasional. I feel like that's like his diet. He just eat pizza and the Cheerios.
Cheerios.
Cause he's still young. We be forgetting these niggas is
Mm-hmm.
really in their 20s still. Even
Mm-hmm.
Ronnie, cause you need in real life, like at best he was probably like what 21, 22, 23, maybe,
Probably like 23. Something like
yeah,
that.
because we know how the hood really is. And then Ronnie probably about 26, 27, 28 because he went away.
Right. So but again, that part, and then what happened after that? Was it kind of the thing with Kanan with the couriers?
Oh yeah, that's right. Old boy came out and tried to jump hard at him, and he's like, "Your guys are coming to me because they want to make more money."
Yep.
Period. So,
Yep.
and I'm breaking you off, and you getting the smoke for free. So, what is the problem, bro?
Right. But now he's like, well, now they're not doing what I actually need them to do. So now he got to be like, okay, go do this little bullshit, but then I'm gonna put some real work in and some real money in your pocket. Just do me this solid real quick.
That
So this
part
fool
was
will shut up.
so funny because he literally was like, "Go do this bullshit," and then
I got
I
you.
got you later, okay? Damn, everybody bothering me.
Like, why won't y'all let me sell weed in peace?
And that's
That's when Urkel,
when Irk saw he made his
his introduction,
introduction and not looking like they was gonna fight. He actually invited him to that party day, and it
which I thought it was a setup. I ain't gonna hold you
oh,
because
I
I'm like,
thought it was too.
he's just too crazy. Like, and then it's like, first of all, him and Party don't even sound right together.
And didn't
Nothing
look
about
right.
him, like right, partying insinuates some level of happiness,
He
at
was
least
not happy.
externally, and he don't have that. He can't
No.
even fake it.
Mm-mm.
He's just in the club angry. Now
Yes,
he
that's how
didn't.
he looked.
He didn't got Nick's jewelry. He didn't got money for it. He didn't took it to old girl.
Mm-hmm.
Now they
Got
working together.
bricks.
Right. Got
Got his
bricks.
bricks. All what he want. He got everything
Work.
he want.
Right. Working with, and he's still just angry. Angry and I don't know.
And and I think the whole like him recruiting Kanan.
Oh no, that's a chess move.
Oh, that's a chess move because now, because you already see what's about to happen next. He literally pitting him against his mother on purpose.
First off, I just want to go on record to say that when they was in the club and somebody mentioned Rock and he sat there with the straightest face and was like, fuck Rock, cried laughing. I don't know why it was so funny. Busted out laughing.
He does not like her. He does not.
Like, and even Kanan was like, all right.
Damn, bro.
Like,
Like, what's really going on?
crazy. The picture. I was surprised he even posed in the picture.
He really didn't. He just was in it.
He just was there.
Like
He just didn't move out he just didn't move out the way when the camera flashed.
just looking mad than a motherfucker.
Think right, exactly. Exactly. Just looking angry and upset, even though he got everything that he ultimately wanted.
And then the other thing that was kind of interesting. Well, actually, a couple things. I liked how, and this just shows Juke her evolution into being back on the little shady shit probably took a while because obviously at that age, and after she kind of had her little,
Right.
boosting whatever, she's like, look, I'm chilling, I'm wanting this music and possibly the military. So both things are not street shit. And she want Kanan
Mm-hmm.
to stay away from it. And of course, he been wanting to do this. He wanted to
Mm-hmm.
do it before he even fully knew what his mom was really doing.
Mm-hmm.
So some people just born to be dope boys, I guess, which sounds dumb as hell, but I mean that's what he wanted. He good at it. Besides
Smart.
killing all them people in the first season with that.
Well, yes. So, hopefully this go round, then old psycho Ronnie will sit there with him and they
Mm-hmm.
cook up the dope
Well, that's
or
what
do
it looked
whatever they
like.
gonna do. Right. That's what it looked like. He just
Mm-hmm.
gonna bang on the door nonstop. Everything he do is just crazy.
It's awkward.
It's just
Awkward.
awkward. It's awkward, it's unnecessary, and it's uncomfortable.
All of the above. Yep. All of the things. All of those things.
Yes, indeed. Um, you want to talk about Lou?
Hmm.
You want to talk about Lou?
Oh, drunk Lou. I mean, I get it, but
What I will say, because us watching, we like, come on, Lou, what the hell is you doing? But it's like,
he's feeling that. He's
and
feeling
and
all of that
and
stuff.
and low key, I appreciate the depiction of that, because I think for the bulk of us, when we think of somebody who, I'm saying, got bodies and then did this and that, then we think of them as like a stone cold killer who never have any sense of remorse.
But
And
that's not
so,
true at all. That's not
right,
true at
but
all.
that's the perception that a lot of people see, especially if you
Right.
didn't, put multiple people down. It's just like, oh, this is what you do, and you don't even care.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like, I may have been doing it at that time, but it's coming back
Well, I
to me from
think
a moral standpoint.
the main part was the fact that it was somebody that he actually was cool with. I think,
It was somebody he was cool with, and it was for nothing.
and it was really for nothing. He really, and I think that's what's fucking with him the most, and what
Yes,
made him obviously having the hallucinations, and he's drinking more, and
it's a cycle
obvious.
because the drinking ain't helping the hallucinations.
Right.
So,
That's just making it worse.
right.
So, to go, I guess, go back for a second, the scene with him and Fame basically confessing on wax and they recording it. Shit, Stan goes and confesses to the mom of the dude that he killed, and she was knowing the whole time it was some funny style shit. So now you confirm it. Don't matter that you sitting in there crying. She's gonna be pissed and she's gonna blow
And
y'all
wasn't
shit
she
up.
like a low key informant in the past
Hmm.
season?
So yeah, it's just not gonna be good. Like that
It ain't.
was not the move. That was
And I
very
like
dumb.
Lou. I'm gonna miss him.
Yeah, cause he gonna die. He gonna get
Yeah, he
killed.
gonna be up out of here.
Yeah, you could see it
Um,
either by him doing something to himself,
yeah, that's what I was
driving.
thinking.
I don't think he gonna kill himself, but I could see him getting into a car accident. This nigga driving around, drinking whiskey to the head, like so many ways out, just slipping. Person he and made mad in the past, just cap him. It's just so many options for him. To
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 be
be
up
out
out
of
of here.
here, right?
That's unfortunate. You right, but that's unfortunate.
Hmm. Oh,
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about real quick that part, and it really was kind of like all these different things, and I kind of saw like, yeah, she ain't about to keep fucking with this. all the stuff was going on with her building, them cops
Yeah.
fucking with her, all this shit. I was like, man, she about to go back to life. She tired of this
Yeah.
bullshit. And it's like,
Yes. That
why
land.
they and that's and the fucked up thing is the police that pushed this lady back to crime because she was trying to not be on nothing.
That was the goal, though.
Hmm.
Um, like whether they knew that she was in the life or not, it was to push her up out of there. And then when she does that, then it's like, why didn't you choose another option? Why, so I could be extorted?
Mm-hmm.
Like, no. So it could be no. So pick your heart. I'm gonna pick the heart I know versus picking the heart that
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So went right back, like, yeah, you know, I don't, sucks what's going on with Neek, or what happened to Neek, shall I say? But let me get these bricks about you. The
Her
rock is
her
back.
I just
Hit
feel
him with the
well.
rock is back.
Her whole arc in this episode, I feel like it was many things that pushed her back because it's like the shit going on with Kanan. Then she trying to actually, get extend the olive branch to Lou and try to get back cool with him, which that relationship is so fucked. But you could see in those scenes how regretful that she was of the
Mm-hmm.
things that she did to make those relationships not be what it was. Is that was a part, and it was funny because obviously anything with like siblings, sometimes I like think of us, and I was just that part where he was like, "Man, I was following you. You was my big sister. I was following you everywhere." Blah blah. I'm just like, "Oh, she messed up the trust because he was,
Yeah, yeah.
And then I think that's the hurt from him is because it's like, why weren't you trying to look out for us instead of
Mm-hmm.
like we your younger brothers and you got us in this bullshit with you, you know?" But then in her head, she like, I'm trying to put some money in y'all pocket. She not even looking at it
Right. Yeah.
because
So everybody looking at it from a different perspective,
right.
and they can't really see the error in it for real. At least
Mm-hmm.
not in the moment when they were, when they were in it. Um. So, so yeah, there's definitely that.
Mm-hmm.
Last thing, of course, that I want to touch on
Hmm.
is, or it looked like them people were looking into Marvin.
Yeah. Well, that the actually I wanted to talk about that and that scene where he was at the park with the homie with the kids and that dude
Yeah.
came up out of nowhere talking about Tony. He was like, I don't know who you are. Get the fuck out my face. And then the dude had to go get his damn kid. Like, let me leave because I shouldn't even have said. First of
He should
all,
have took the hint the first damn time. That's all
and
that is,
this the
for real, for
thing,
real.
he shouldn't even the context that they even knew each other. He shouldn't even have said shit to him if he saw him anywhere, not where the fuck they was doing dirt.
Yes.
Like you literally got cocaine from him before. Like, why are you talking to me at the park with kids? Like, play with your kid.
He
Like,
wants to
what the
play with some
fuck?
coke. That's what he
Hmm.
wants to do. He wants to
Clearly.
play with some coke. Um, but yeah, man, Howard. At least it's Howard that they didn't told. Maybe he
Right.
can. Maybe he'll look out because I know he ain't really messing with Rock right
Well,
now.
he
But
did have a look like I might have to see what's up because
right,
that's not it. But the thing about Marvin, if you start looking into Marvin, then everything gonna get back to him and everybody else. That's why he don't want nobody to start looking at him because he connected.
exactly. Yes.
But real quick before we go, I wanted to go back to the party that Kanan was at because he was literally at a party with all the biggest hustlers in New York when he was fucking 16.
Yep.
And it's funny because I think the main thing that they did that made that's gonna make them be dealing with him going forward is the fact that they was like, you belong to something, you belong to this. And
Mm-hmm.
this is like not on some gang bullshit. We out here making money. This is different. This is all hustlers. And of course, he was attracted to that. So
Yes. Indeed.
hmm and then I like the part with Rock and Tony Danza character. I first of all, I love Tony Danza as a gangster, as really the role he was born to play, but he had to get old first, I think, and now it's like perfect. But you know, he let her know, like, you been dipping and dapping, but I'm gonna let you know. You back. That you know it's only one way out.
Yes.
And she was like, well,
Mhm.
that's what you say, but I guess that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah,
'Cause you
pretty
know
much.
her. That you know her. She
Exactly.
still ain't like, uh-huh. But yeah, this was a pretty good episode.
Yes.
Definitely
Definitely continuing to build.
continuing to build. I really feel like the next episode gonna be super crazy.
Yes.
Um the stakes just get higher every episode. I really feel like by I don't think they're gonna introduce Tommy or Ghost this season. I think it's gonna be next season.
I hope so.
But we got 4 more episodes left, so who
We do. You
knows?
never
Who
know.
knows? And now that
You
he's fucking with the shit that that's what they always fuck with. They weren't never fucking with no little weed and all that shit. So
right.
now
Yeah.
he touching the shit that was gonna put him in contact with them guys. So we gonna see. But I think I think we hit everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but this was an excellent episode. Thanks everybody for listening with
Yes,
us
indeed.
talk crap and have a nice recap of power. Um, so that was Cultural Foolishness, Power Raising Kanan. Recap for episode 6. I am Creed of Exodus Studios and Architects of Mars, and my co-host is
Coach Tamara Semedo. Yes, indeed.
we are out. We will be back next week. Peace, peace.